Good morning, everybody. It's your boy 24/7 here, up early in the morning. Hopefully, everyone's having a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you at, wherever you at. And I know me personally just woke up about maybe 20 minutes ago. And I told myself, you know what, I'm going to go live and see how everybody's doing this morning. So here I am. And hopefully, everybody's doing well. I see we have the professor in the house. How's it going, Professor? Hopefully everything's good with you. We got Penny in the house. How you doing, Penny? I know I haven't had my coffee yet. I just started on mine. I just started on mine. So, but thank you for being here. I really appreciate you being here, you Professor, and all the wonderful people out there. Hopefully everyone's day is going well. Dropping a video in about 2 hours here. Professor, I'll be looking forward to you know, within the last few months, the mic. Let me see. Thought it was going well, but let me check. Yeah, there we go. All right. Hopefully you can hear me better. But I was saying, within the last few months, I've been I've been seeing a little difference within myself. And it's something that I haven't really liked. Basically, I've been doing this for almost 3.5 years already. And I figured, well, it was about time that I became, oh, it's fine now. I appreciate that. And I figured out that it was probably time for me to become more niche, That word is something else. So what I tried to do was basically be more comic book centric, about things. And, I found myself basically becoming a little bit stifled with that. And what I mean by that is, I when I first started this channel and I thought about, what I wanted to be or what I wanted to present out there to the world. My name of the channel is 24/7 Fusion Media. And what I wanted to do was be a place where I can basically talk about different types of media, things related to TV, movies, video games, comic books, cartoons, you name it. And I know that's kind of broad. And basically, what a lot of creators say is that when you're trying You know, I'm talking about a lot of your successful ones. And you know what they say is, when you're sitting there and you're talking to your audience, you know, who is it that you're really talking to? You know, have an idea of who you want to speak to when you make content. And, you know, I know that, you know, I'm a guy that I love comic books. You know, I own quite a bit of them. But at the same time, I love, you know, movies, you know, DVD, stuff like that. Very big on physical media. I own over 10,000 titles on DVD, Blu-ray, and all that good stuff. And along with that, I own like thousands of records. So, you know, when it comes to, and CDs and tapes that you play in your Walkman or boombox, if you had one, you know, 40 years ago or whatever. But, you know, my whole thing is, you know, I'm a guy that I love all of that stuff. Any Betamax tapes? Yeah, actually, I got quite a bit of stuff. VHS, you know, just all kind of stuff on Betamax. Yeah, you know, but you know, that was a good one, Professor. But you know, the thing is that I'm a guy that I love all this stuff, and I found it you know, a little bit hard when I said, you know what, I'm just going to focus on one thing when I'm basically about all of this stuff. And the more I started doing that, the more things didn't feel so fun anymore, you know. And of course, you know, within comic books, there's cartoons, video games, you know, different things, you name it. But you know, but for some reason I felt like I was taking myself away from all the other things that I enjoy. You know, that was the whole point of being Fusion Media, you know. Just wanted to bring it all together up under one roof. And you know, it was hard for me to do that, not being able to, you know, having I guess a mindset of not being able to include all the other things in it. So I've been struggling for like the last couple months or a few months. And you know, I just kind of decided, well, you know, I'm not going to do that anymore. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do what brought me to YouTube in the first place. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that and be more heavy-handed, you know, you would say, with the comic books and, you know, and things of that sort. But still, I'm not going to neglect all the other factors of what makes me happy doing on this channel. So I'm basically going to go back to doing videos and content about all kinds of shit, you know, physical media, you know, pickups on CDs, records, tapes, and I'm, you know, showing off new DVDs that I've picked up, you know, if I go pick up some, you know, and that kind of basically just showing off my life and all the things that make me happy and being able to talk about those things. But at the same time, I'm going to be very heavy-handed within the comic books and everything comic book related, because that's one of my first loves. And so I'm just letting you know that I'm going to be basically doing what I've been doing, but basically doing it on the level of how I used to do it before. And I do have comic book reviews coming up. I do have some artists that I'm trying to get on, people that are creating comic books, to come on and talk to me and, you know, hopefully, everybody can get a chance to come and drop questions. And so I'm working on that right now. It's all about availability, and so that's what I'll be I'm working on that. Then I have some other guests, some other YouTubers, people that I really want to get on, very great people that love all the things that I love the same way I do. And I think it'd be real fun to have these people on, talk to them, kind of get in their head a little bit, see what they're about, see what their journey, has, see where their journey has gotten them on YouTube and in life, and just, kind of shoot the shit and have a good conversation with folks. And that's really what I would love to do. Whether we talking about movies, cartoons, video games, whatever the fuck, physical media, whatever, that's what I want to do. Bring on some people that you've probably never heard of or never seen. Try to bring on some people that you guys love and enjoy and that we are all subscribed to, and basically just have a conversation, and have a good time, hopefully build on some friendships and, and just have a good time with this. And I think with me trying to be so niche, I think for myself, it just kind of took the joy out of a lot of shit. And I was trying to figure out for the longest, like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I think I figured it out. And, it's kind of one of those things that now I'm just ready to relax my mind and let my conscience be free. So I was like, you know what? Let me come on here and talk about it a little bit. Who else or who better to talk to than you all? So here I am. What's up, Juice? My man. Smello. Man, you right on time, brother. Thank you for being here, man. Professor, my man, says that's really cool. I dig that. You need to do what makes you happy on YouTube and not see it as a chore. Yeah, exactly, man. And to be honest, I was trying to look at this thing, like where'd this come from? You mean what I'm talking about? It's a hobby. Well, the thing is, it's like free your mind and the rest will flow. There you go. Thank you, Penny. What I was talking about was basically it's like, I wanted to like be more niche, and basically be more comic book centric, and at the same time, I felt myself being cornered a little bit, and it's like, I love comic books, and but at the same time, it's like some people want to know about new comic books, some people want to know about old comics, and there's a lot of old comic books to talk about, storylines, different things, new comic books. That's a little bit harder. When there's only a handful of good shit on one side or the other, that's only a handful of things. And it's like, basically, it's one of those things where it's like, when it comes to talking about new comics, there's only so much that I'm going to talk about. The reason why is because, give it, for example, DC, they put about, 30, 40 titles a month. But I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to talk about all 30 or 40 titles. I'm only going to talk about the 5 that people give a fuck about. So, it's like it's hard to talk about DC when the majority of their shit isn't good. So if I'm going to be stuck to talking about 5 titles a month, it's like, and that's kind of depressing, and it's like, man, it's just something about it wasn't, because it's kind of like it's not giving me a whole lot to work with, and of course there's the older comics, and I got a whole bunch of those to fall back on, but then it's again, it's I want to be kind of given a little bit of both. I want to give the old, the new, but it'll be giving you more of the old than the new. And then at the same time, sitting there and thinking about all the other stuff that I enjoy that I haven't really been talking about lately, like, movies, cartoons, video games, and everything else. That was kind of physical media and shit like that. That kind of thing. It was I'm not gonna lie, it was starting to make me feel a little it started to make me feel like, feel something about that. And I didn't want to, I didn't want to feel like that anymore, man. I was like, it just felt like in a way that I was kind of like abandoning, the reason why I had started this channel. And again, to some people, it might look like I'm all over the place when I fucking make videos. Like, okay, one day he's talking about comic books. Now he's talking about video games. Now he's talking about movies. Now he's talking about this fucking TV show. And it's like, I don't know. That's the reason why I'm Fusion Media, is because I love all this shit. And I wanted to kind of bring it all under one umbrella. So I don't know. It's just it just kind of it just kind of left me a little, I felt like I was stumped a little bit. Professor says, I've been doing a lot of recent stuff. Yeah, I've been watching all your videos, man. You're right. You have to dig a whole lot to find the good stuff. I know, man. And I mean, it's only so much you can find with current comic books. I mean, it's not our fault. Shit, we're not making them, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just what it is. And that's what, a lot of the creators we watch, that's what a lot of them have been complaining about, is the fact that current comic books aren't giving you a whole lot. And so how much of it am I going to talk about? I could talk about all the trash ass comic books. There's about what, for all the 40 titles that DC drops a month, what, 35 or 35 of those titles are garbage. I'm not gonna, why would I waste my breath on those 35? Unless I'm talking shit about them. Yeah, we can make videos about that. But I also want to talk about what's good and what's out there right now. So, like, again, the shit's a little depressing, after sitting there and just really looking through the titles, and my boy Juice says DC pre New 52, Marvel pre all new, all different. Yeah, I have a lot of that. I do have a lot of those titles that are pre 52, and of course, if I was talking about Marvel pre all new, all different, I do. Yeah, there's this. Professor says DC currently good. Professor is trying to get there more so than Marvel is. I can tell you that. Wildcats. I haven't seen what Wildcats are doing. I have Shazam issue number 1, number 2 just came out this past Tuesday, which was 3 days ago. Green Lantern, only first issue in. It was good. Yeah, I have Green Lantern. It was very good. Very good. That dude, the writer, he just left the Flash to do Green Lantern. He's very, very good at what he does. Peacemaker tries hard. My brother said it was good, but I'm getting tired of Peacemaker, man. He's starting to show up in everything in the fucking comics. He's showing up in shit he don't even deserve to show up in. And he wasn't in anything until they put him in the Suicide Squad movie. So before the Suicide Squad movie by James Gunn, Peacemaker wasn't in shit. You see him sporadically every now and then, and that was it. Now he's everywhere in comics, and it's like, come on, man. And it's just, I don't know, man. I like Peacemaker, but it is what it is, man. The Unstoppable Doom Patrol. You know what? Doom Patrol. The title they had, I guess, before this new one. I read a little bit of that. It wasn't that good, man. I don't know. Something happened. They did something to the Doom Patrol to the point where it's like, I don't know. Something about it. And Pacific 414, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Man, hopefully you're having a good morning, man. And thank everybody for being here. I appreciate y'all listening to me talk shit this morning. Jew says, I'm collecting old storylines, Mutant Massacre and Fall of the Mutants. Dude, I didn't know you were fucking collecting comic books. Man, Juice, man. My man. I tell you what, Juice, if I knew a way to send you some books, man, I don't have much. I have very little, but I'll send you all my X-Men titles, man. Shit, just because you're my brother, I'll just fucking send them to you, man. We here, man. Appreciate you, man. Watched Kandahar. I never heard of Kandahar. Huh. You liked it. I'm gonna have to look that up, Penny, and see what that is. Appreciate you for letting us know that. Huh. Kandahar. I'm gonna check that out. And Professor says, hey, Eric July has been making his own and is sold. You know, and that's another thing too, Professor. I'm writing my own comic right now. And I'm gonna be honest, you know, maybe to some people that shit is easy. It's not that easy. You know, people think that it's, you know, some shit that a child can write, you know, maybe so, but you know, as a grown man, it's like, you know, I'm trying to put my all into this and come up with something very creative. And it ain't that easy. You know, I'm on page 5 right now. Just got off of page 4. And yeah, that's a task. That's a task. But I am writing my new comic. I'm definitely doing that. And hopefully when I'm done, then I get to present it to y'all. Hopefully you guys will like what I've worked on all this time. And Chu says, Hail Pacific. That's what's up. And Jim Lee couldn't help but pull Wildcats into DC. Man, Jim Lee. Fuck Jim Lee, man. He's fucking horrible, man. You know, matter of fact, I got this comic book that came out like about 4 or 5 years. Jim Lee's supervision. And when I go, matter of fact, I have this comic book sitting right in front of me. I'm touching this motherfucker right now. And when I show you what Jim Lee has done in the last like 4 years, it's going to be amazing. I wonder what you guys are going to think about this one. I can't wait to, and I got it. I'm working it out to get it set up to where I can actually have like 2 or 3 cameras going at the same time, focusing on this comic as I turn the pages and let you guys look at that shit to let you know, hey, this, this kind of shit that Jim Lee's about. So that's Doom Patrol was the shit. Yeah. Doom Patrol was good, man, until it wasn't, man. And I mean, the Doom Patrol that I read was from like what 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And that shit was hot garbage, man. I still got a couple of those comics, man, that I wish I didn't have. Shit. Juice Cannon, the current Wildcats is basically old school comic action comedy and bringing in the sexy. Okay. All right. Appreciate that, Professor. I know you definitely have your your feelers out there, man, with more of the current comic books than I do. So yeah, thank you for letting us know that. And Pacific says, I'm good. Hope everyone's having a great Friday. Yeah, man. Thank you, man. I hope everybody's having a great Friday as well, man. Appreciate you, Pacific. Thank you for that. And Juice says, you didn't know I was collecting? Juice, man, I've been trying to get with you, man, to try to get a talk, try to talk to you about what's what, man, what you're collecting, what you into. And for a minute, man. That's why I was hoping you was on Twitter. I know I've been asking you about that for a hot minute. But nah, I didn't know you were collecting anything, man. Like I said, I wish I knew how to get some comics to you, man. I definitely would send you my X-Men books. That way you can have more you could put more, you can have something else to add to it, man. And Penny says, have a blessed day, time for quiet reflection, and then off to run errands. Penny, thank you for being here. Hope you have a great day. I will probably be streaming again a little bit later on this afternoon, evening, somewhere around there. And hopefully I'll get a chance to see you then. So you be safe, you take care, and you have a great day. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you, Penny. Penny's awesome. I appreciate you, Penny. And Juice says ditto at Penny. And a professor says, I just got the 2002 to 2003 run of the Doom Patrol. Started reading it last night. Okay. No, actually, the Doom Patrol that I was reading was the Doom Patrol that I was reading. I don't know who wrote it, and this had to be from their run from like 4, and it just wasn't good. It was very weird. It just wasn't. It wasn't what I know the Doom Patrol to be. And I've had Doom Patrol comics from like in the 80s during the time of like Invasion, DC's Invasion back in the 80s. And Doom Patrol had a series out then. And I had some of their comics, and that was good classic Doom Patrol. Not with, Robot Man wearing clothes and shit like that. I don't want to see Robot Man with a Hawaiian shirt and some jeans. Like, I don't care about that shit. I want to see real Robot Man, out there fighting, with Negative Girl and everybody else. Like, I want to see the fucking Doom Patrol the way they're supposed to be. And Juice says Grant Morrison, Professor. Maybe I'm thinking about Metal Men. Yeah, sometimes Doom Patrol, Metal Men. I can see how you can get that mixed up, man. I understand. Yeah, let me hold on a second. Let me turn off this air conditioner real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah. All right. That's what's up. All right, cool. Sorry about that, y'all. It's getting a little too cold up in this motherfucker. Yeah, so basically, I've been says that say Professor was that 2002 2003 run of Doom Patrol, was it Grant Morrison that wrote it? No, I can't remember who did. Uh oh, okay. Well, I know like I know right now, like I know let me see, just this past Tuesday, Shazam issue number 2 just came out. And let me see, there was a few other titles that came out that that Peacemaker came out. Huh. He said the books are at home. I'm at the office. Oh, I feel you. Oh, okay, you're at work. Okay. Man. So uh I know that I'm gonna be doing um some movie reviews. And I got some comic reviews that I'm gonna be that I'm gonna be going through here. There's some good storylines that I figured folks would be actually pretty interested in. Hmm. And Juice says I didn't care for Doom Patrol show except for Dalton and Frazier. Yeah, yeah, that show was something else. Now I never thought about what to really think about that show. I didn't know if I don't know. I'm still kind of undecided on how I really feel about that show, man. Huh. Doom Patrol. Professor says I need to watch that show. I mean, what's that? HBO Max. You can go check it out on HBO Max. All right. Juice said the show was okay, just not as great as it could have been, huh? So I need Crave here in Canada, who will probably do their free month, watch all the shit, then cancel. Yeah, I feel you. I do that. I would do the exact same thing. Man. Yeah, I gotta go. See you guys later. Hey, Professor, thank you for being here, man. You take it easy, man. I know I'll be on for about another 20 minutes myself, so you said you should, huh? Oh, it was okay. Not as great as it should have been. Yeah. Should watch. Hmm. Appreciate that, Juice. Man. So say, Juice, you gotta let me know how I can get a hold of you, brother. That way I can send you a couple books, man. Man. I know today I'm gonna be working on a new video. Say Juice, did you see what Marvel's getting ready to put out? I'm about to do a video on it though here pretty soon. Marvel just added oh, I don't do twat. I got you. I wish there was another way to get a hold of you, brother. you know Marvel's actually, they had if I'm not mistaken, they had just put uh Aliens and Predator, the franchise, just got put on in Marvel Comics. They're getting ready to drop Wolverine versus Predator. And yeah, call me, dude. I don't have a phone number, brother. Tell you what, man. Let me see. All right, brother. Say, Juice, that's my email right there, man. If you want to, shoot me your number through the email, man, you shit, please do, man. I'll give you a call, man. Let me know what's a good time to hit you up. Yeah, they're doing a Wolverine versus Predator. He said Wolverine versus Alien is Desperation. Yeah, man. They're doing a Wolverine versus Predator, man. And I just seen it for the first time last night. I looked at the cover, and from the cover, it looks like they're gonna have Wolverine the way he looked when he first came out of that that chamber that grafted the adamantium onto his bones. So basically, it's Wolverine when he just became Wolverine coming out of that tank. Because from what I've seen, he still has like all the wires and shit hooked up to him, like the way you see him like in Marvel Comics Presents. And that's how he looked like on the cover fighting the Predator. So it's like he doesn't even have a costume or anything like that. He was like Righteous would have been cool in 1986 or 93. Right. Right. There you go. Yeah, right. If I'm not mistaken, around 93, 94, that was when that DC Comics Presents. You know, it's funny. I actually have a few of those issues of when Wolverine was actually when they were doing his origin story in DC Comics Presents. Barry Windsor Smith. Yeah. Man. So, I mean, I know Marvel, bro. Yeah, I know. It's Marvel. It's funny because like now that they have the Predator a part of the Marvel universe. It's like I don't know. I wonder how they're gonna do aliens. Like how they're gonna put that in there. I don't think it's a good fit. I don't think it's a good fit. I think they should have had them both on their own standalone universes. Uh, but I don't think they should have taken the Predator and made him a part of the Marvel universe or the Aliens franchise. I don't think that's smart, but that's Disney, right? I know, right? Disney owns Aliens, they own Predator. Hey, let me ask you something, man. Did you hear about that rumor that's been going on for like the last like 3 or 4 days about how Disney is considering selling Star Wars back to George Lucas? Did you hear about that shit, man? That was wild. I heard about that, and I seen some videos put out on that. And I'm gonna be honest, when I seen that, I was like, look, I'm not even gonna go there. Like, I don't even want to be around something like, because some people are like there's some channels that are actually believing that this is what's gonna happen. And with me, until I actually see that this is what's really gonna happen, I wouldn't even. I'm telling you, Juice, that's Juice. I wish I was lying to you, brother, but I'm being real. Like, if you, and these are videos that are coming out in the last 2 or 3 days. So in the last 2 or 3 days, um, give you an example. Doomcock has like a 32 minute video on that. Then there's a lot of other channels that are believing that's what's going to happen. Then you have a whole lot of channels that are basically talking against that. Like, yo, I don't believe that Disney's going to sell Star Wars back to Lucas. Now, Juice says who they legit sell it to that'll actually save it. To be the only person that can actually save it would probably be Lucas, man. You know, I don't see Disney selling it back. You know what? Pacific, I don't either. You know what I'm saying? But I know you've seen it, Pacific. There's a lot of channels out there that are saying that this is the way Bob Iger and them are gonna rid their hands of Disney. I mean, rid their hands of Star Wars is by getting rid of it. What's up, Pops? How you doing, brother? Says Disney selling Star Wars, let alone to Lucas, is just a way to get themselves trending on Twitter and people talking about it. I can definitely see that. Yeah, I don't know. Me personally, I'm wondering how did this conversation even come to be? And again, I know we're all seeing people making videos about this, but man, you know, to me, it's like to say something like this it goes along with the whole Kathleen Kennedy is gonna get fired or some shit like that. Actually, I did see Mike Zero talk about that, but there's other people a lot bigger than Mike Zero talking about this as well. Channel's gonna say what is gonna say. I agree with you there, Juice. Pacific said, "Good morning, Pops." Yeah, it's great to have Pops here, man. You know what, Pops? I need to have you on, brother. Man, you're a busy man, though. You are a very busy man. Even if the discussions are underway, licensing out characters or material to raise funds is much more likely than an outright sale. I could see that too. I could see that too. Hell, Pacific 414 from Pops. All right. And Pops says Mike Zero does this type of clickbait nearly daily. Man, daily is not even, boy, you know how many videos that dude drops a day? Shit. And you know what's crazy is Mike Zero's growing, man. Mike Zero is growing. You'd be surprised, man. I remember Mike Zero from like fucking 6, 7 years ago, man. Like this guy's been around for a hot minute. Mike Zero's been around for a better part of a decade. No shit. He's been around for a better part of a decade. And all he does is grow, man. This guy's growing. As much as people talk shit about him, for some reason he's getting subscribers and that man is growing. So, very interesting. She says years ago in a galaxy far, far away. Huh. If Disney was smart, they just sell that merch. And Juice says, I remember 24. Yeah. Man. It's I think it's pretty. Nah, he's growing, brother. Like if like no shit. Like if you sit there and you just look at his channel, uh I'd say in the last like 5, 6 years, man, 7 years, he's been growing. It's crazy. I don't see how that's happening, but it's been happening. What's up, Loki? How's it going, brother? Hopefully everything's good with you, man. Figured I'll come on for about an hour. See review. So the end of the week review on things. Hell yeah. The original trilogy merch. You know, it's funny that they make a lot of money on their original trilogy merchandise, but steadily trying to push Ray and all this other shit. I don't get them, man. Pop says, I'd love to get my hands on a licensing deal to write a comic book series or two. Last. Huh. Everybody saying, what's up to Loki? Pop says, you heard it here first. We neither confirm nor deny. We neither confirm nor deny that Loki and Pops may be tapped to pen a new Star Wars comic series inspired by the Timothy Zahn and EU content. Huh. Well, I look forward to that, man. Pacific 414 says, good morning at Loki's Mornings of Mischief. So is that true, Loki? We neither confirm nor deny that you and Pops are going to start a new Star Wars comic book inspired series. Inquiring minds want to know. So Juice says, is it me or are you just cutting out? 24. No, I'm here, man. Source is Mike Zero. Oh shit. I feel you, man. That's a good one. Juice word. All right, that's what's up. And Loki says, I can neither confirm nor deny. I feel you on that. Man. Say, Loki, I know you about to bail out here in a minute. I was gonna ask you, man, you plan to cover any of the new Star Wars news this morning, as far as like Star Wars being sold back to Lucas? Just wonder what you thought about that. Like me and everybody here, you know, we don't think it's happening, but just thought it'd be interesting to see what you thought. I don't know if you heard about that or not, but that's been kind of like the running rumor going around in the last like 3 days, man, that I've been seeing. Sell it to Palpatine. Oh shit. Nope. Yeah, that's yeah, I'm seeing videos being dropped about that, and I'm like, man, I don't know, man. I don't even know why anybody would make videos on shit like that. I just don't see it, man. Say, yeah, I know where the rumor came from, and no. LOL. Yeah, Loki will address that rumor, the rumors that your location may or may not be related, undisclosed rumor. Star Wars project. Clickbait. Well, I mean, it's funny, man. It's it's crazy how that, just saying that has a lot of people talking, man. Huh. Me myself, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't say anything like that, man. I would personally just stay away from Star Wars altogether. So along with Rian and Taika. Shit. Patty Jenkins. I know, right? It's crazy. I know people been like news sites have been talking about how Star Wars is just basically a dead brand right now. And I'm gonna be honest. The only thing that I love from Star Wars is old Star Wars. Uh, Everything before 2011, 2012, and the only thing that's worth fucking with that has came out in, I would even say, in the last 5 years would have to be that one soft what was that, the Heart of the Jedi. That's the only thing that's really worth getting that came out in current Star Wars era, but it was written back in the EU, and you already seen that Disney put a stop to that. That was the only thing worth getting, and that's the only thing that came out in the last 3 years, let alone in the last decade, that's been worth picking up, was that Heart of the Jedi. And that's it. Look at how well Lord and Miller did without Disney and Tatarkarsky, Clone Wars. He says, yeah, 24. Yeah, man, that's the only thing worth getting, is that Heart of the Jedi. Other than that, there's nothing worthy of it's, why watch Andor? Why watch Obi-Wan? Why watch Ahsoka? The Acolytes, why watch that? Even in comic books, I remember like about a year ago, they came out with a Star Wars comic book that the whole comic book was about a galactic bake-off. So basically, different species were cooking shit, and they were competing to see who had the best dish out of all the different galactic bake-off. And that was on the fucking. When I saw that shit, I was like, wow, Star Trek has went down so much to the point where they would make a comic book about a galactic bake-off in a Star Wars comic book. And you had these two soy infused characters. One, and they both have like a baking tray in front of them, with like, one has a cake and the other one has like some bullshit in his hand, and they're both looking at each other's shit. And I'm like looking at this and I'm like, this is Star Wars from Disney. Is that they have the idea to have the different races have a fucking galactic bake-off. I was like, fuck this, man. So that's what Star Wars is doing, man. And this was like, what, a year and a half ago? Let me see something. Let me see something. Now, I'm over here looking at my phone. Let me see. I'm gonna type this up. Star Wars comic galactic bake off. Yeah, that was actually January 19th of 2022. The High Republic Adventures Galactic Bake Off Spectacular is a one-shot comic book from the comic series Star Wars The High Republic Adventures. So it was a one-shot about them having a fucking galactic bake-off. Galactic Bake Off Special #1. Look at this shit. That's the picture I saw. Like, one of them's holding, what the fuck is that, a cake? One of them has this fucking... Yeah, so Star Wars has gotten to the point where oh my God, if you look at the fucking pictures, man, this is horrendous. Which say Juice, all this looks gay. So I'm collecting Dark Horse, Knights of the Old Republic. You know, actually, I have a lot of those old Star Wars comics. You know, the EU comics from Dark Horse. Those are actually pretty damn good. Like with Rogue Squadron and a lot of those. Not great, but damn better than Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah. Juice says, my friend actually thought I'd like Into the Dark. High Republic BS. Wow. Pop says, breaking news. Mike Zero reports 24/7 will not be fired from YouTube, and rumors of the new Geode Disney Plus series are true. Pops, you're funny. I appreciate that, man. That was a good laugh, man. That was a good laugh. Damn, Juice, your friend thought you'd like that High Republic. Wow. That's bad. Juice says, hi, Pops. Yep, that was a good laugh. So I know Loki's about to get started here in a minute. But man, I tell y'all, yeah, if you want to see some real soy infused shit, go look up Star Wars Galactic Bake Off, issue number 1. And then look at the pictures in that shit. You would, boy, I tell you what, they got some of the most soy infused Jedis with man buns and shit. Pop says, yeah, got it for a quick break ahead of Loki's show. Stay strong, bro. Hashtag talk hard. There you go, brother. There you go. And Juice says, got to bounce in the... I'm about to bounce myself. Look, I want to tell everybody, thank y'all for being here, man. Appreciate y'all having my back, man. Thank you for at least listening to me and hearing me out. Definitely appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you at. Thank you again. You guys enjoy your Friday. I'll probably come back on here a little bit later. And thank y'all again for keeping me grounded, man. You guys are awesome. Appreciate y'all. You have a great day. Love you guys. And I will holla at everybody on the next one. Peace, y'all.